Welcome everybody to May Yoga. I am Miranda and today we are going to be doing a shorter video with a bit of a focus on our backs. I had some requests to do a little bit of a back sequence kind of focus. So we're going to be doing work throughout our spine today. We'll just start in standing and then we're going to also work down to the floor. If this is your first time doing a yoga practice with me, please check in the description below this video, and there is a link to a separate video called Tips for a Safe Yoga Practice. It's just a good thing to watch to kind of prepare you to start any practice with me, okay? So beginning, I'm going to talk to you about the props. They're not going to need a lot of props for this, but I would recommend you have a couple of pillows. This is for the very last pose we're going to do today. It is Halasana, which is plow pose. Can be very difficult for you, especially if you just started a yoga practice in your life. It is the best lower back stretch that I know, but it can be hard for you if you're just starting out. So have some pillows nearby. If you don't have any pillows, have some really thick blankets or beach towels, something you can work with that's going to help give you a little extra assistance if that is required. Okay? So putting those off to the side for now, we won't need them until the end of the practice. We're going to start with just coming to a regular standing position in Tadasana. So our feet are a little hip width distance apart, relaxing your arms beside the body, and just taking a few breaths to kind of arrive here for your practice today. Close your eyes. Begin to slow down and deepen your breath. Shoulders are open. Tailbone is scooped down and forward. Face is relaxed. And then bringing your hands together at your heart, opening your eyes. We're going to first go into Tadasana, which is like a swaying tree movement. So this is going to start to open up our spine and give a little bit more space and all the way into our shoulders as well, which are always important, of course. So to do this, you're going to bend the knees slightly. Inhale, swoop the arms in a circle all the way up to the top. So your palms are going to come together. You're going to interlace your fingers, except for those first two fingers, your peace fingers as they're called. And then relaxing the shoulders down, giving space around your ears. Don't have yourself crunched in here. And we're going to go into a lateral bend, which is a side bend. So imagine, it's a nice imagery to have, to imagine there's a wall behind you and in front of you to kind of keep you in that straight line. You don't want to collapse forward or back. So inhale, and then exhale, we're going to tip over to the right hand side. So just imagine kind of like a little bend here, like a tree. If this is too much for you, a little modification, if it's too difficult for you to hold, you're going to drop that right arm down by your side. Just doing a side bend like this. And if you're okay, go ahead and bring those hands together. Really think about stretching here. On your next inhale, rise up. And then exhale, tip over to the left. Again, being very mindful that your shoulders are stacked in a straight line. You're going down in that line alongside the body. You're not collapsing in or putting undue strain on that lower back. Dropping the left arm if you need it to the outside of that left leg. Just a gentle waking up of our core. Good. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we're going to go into Uttanasana. So just bringing the arms forward to about halfway and hold for a moment. Arms stretch forward. Kind of starting to feel a little warming, waking up into the backs of our legs. And that's good, but you're also strengthening your spine here with your arms extended. Inhale here. Exhale, just letting the arms hang down. Uttanasana. If you'd like, you can maybe play a little here, just walking the fingertips side to side for a few moments. And then returning to center. I'm going going to turn my body slightly so you can see this angle that I'm about to show you. We're going to move up to Utkatasana, which is chair pose. So to come up to chair pose, walk your feet together first, bringing your legs, your feet, everything together. And then you're going to start to sit back a little. Very careful, with your knees here. You want to make sure that your knees do not go beyond your toes. Okay, very important to make sure those knee joints stay protected. So you're sitting your booty back, almost like a squat in a way, just your feet are a little different, of course. And then you're going to next inhale, you're going to swim your arms, swing them to the front, and bring them up about 45 degrees. Okay, so not straight down in front of you, not up where you're pinching your neck, causing pain here. Just kind of out at a 45-degree angle. Your palms are faced each other. You're thinking about squeezing the legs together, squeezing that booty, getting a little bit of glute work, perhaps sitting a little further back if you're comfortable with that. And we're going to go into Parivrutta Utkatasana, which is twisted chair pose. So bringing your hands at first together at your heart, doing that Anjali Mudra. And then we're going to twist to the left. So bring the outside of that right upper arm to the top of the left leg. We're going to try to towards the outside. So top and outside of that left quadricep. And then pushing into the hands, turning the head, looking up at the sky if you have that balance. Squeezing the legs. Turning your head, making sure your toes aren't beyond, your knees aren't beyond your toes. Just doing a little check, of course. Last breath here. And then inhale, rise up. Arms stretch wide, doing a slight cervical back bend. Exhale, come again to Uttanasana, forward fold. Bending the knees, we're going to roll up here, drawing the hands up the front of the legs. And at the top, doing 3 shoulder rolls. So inhale, open you up and back. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open. Last one. Inhale to the top to your ears. Exhale, dropping them down. Holding here for a moment. Taking a breath. And then we're going to move to the other side, of course. Can't just do one twisted little chair pose. That'd be crazy. So I'm just turning myself so you can again see the formation when I go into this. So feet come together. Squeezing those legs nice and tight together. This is a great work for your glutes as well. So it's nice for the spine because we're doing that twist, but we're also keeping those legs active. All right, so hands together at the heart. And then going into this, bend the knees, swoop the arms up, and just coming straight into the chair pose. Arms are about 45 degrees in front of you. Squeezing those glutes, sitting your booty back. Holding here for a moment. And now bringing the hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, twisted chair pose. Bring that left arm to the top of that right quadricep and twist open, pushing into the hands. Looking up at the sky if you have that balance. Really feeling your hands pressing together, creating that opening across your back through the shoulder blades. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bending the knees, again, hands come down the front of the legs, drawing the hands, stacking the vertebra on top of each other. And at the top, doing shoulder rolls in the opposite direction. So inhale, open them wide. Exhale, roll to the front. Inhale, open. Exhale, and forward. Last one. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll forward. Finding a gentle Tadasana, opening your hands to the front, relaxing here for a few moments. So our next part of our short little focus sequence today is going to be seated. You're going to be on towards the back of your mat so that your legs can extend forward. All right, continuing with the next part of our focus today, our focus sequence, we're going to be seated and do a little bit of more spinal work here. To begin, you're going to come down to the mat with your legs stretched out in front of you. Okay, so this is a brief Dandasana, staff pose. You want to make sure that you are connected with those sit bones down on the ground. And just taking this moment here, strengthening, this is a core work in and of itself, just being able to sit up straight. I know a lot of people, especially when they begin yoga, are unable to do this without using their hands to kind of press into the floor. So over time, the more you practice it, if you're having trouble in Dandasana, don't give up. Just keep at it. You're going to realize that after a while, maybe you just need your fingertips, maybe just a little movement, a little support. Next thing you know, you're going to rock some Dandasana, I know it. So feet are extended, your feet are flexed, legs extended, sorry. And then going into this spinal twist, I'm going to go with my right leg crossed over first. So pulling in that right knee, bringing the right foot down to the ground for a moment, and then using your hands here, cross that right foot over to the outside of your left quadricep. So you're going to keep that right foot grounded here so you can kind of use that stability. All right. The right hand is going to come behind the back, one palm length away. So bringing the back of your hand directly against your lower back to the mat and then walking it out one palm length. That gives you the alignment you need to really enjoy this twist. So right hand behind you, and then walk it out one palm length. Open those fingers nice and wide, pushing into the palm here. And then the left arm is going to swoop up and bringing the outside of that left arm to the top of the right quadricep. Pushing into that right quadricep, turning your head, looking over that right shoulder. You should feel a nice stretch throughout your entire spine. Keeping that left foot flexed, keeping that seat down to the ground. You want to make sure that your sit bones stay connected. Your work here is entirely in the spine. Pulling in that navel on every exhale. Sitting up a little taller. And then exhale, going deeper into your twist. Taking 2 more breaths here, really pushing into that right palm, getting you a little deeper for this last breath. And then on your next inhale, release both arms all the way up. And exhale, bring them down. Bringing it down to the top of that right foot, help uncross the right leg, nice and gentle. And then slowly switching sides here, extending out that right leg, flexing that right foot, draw the left knee in, bringing it to the inside of that right thigh, and then picking it up, crossing it over, so that is on the outside of the right quadricep. All right. From here, make sure your core is standing up nice and tall, and then bringing the left hand behind the back, directly against the back at first, and then take it out one palm length away from your spine. Right arm swoops up, and then drawing that arm to the top of the left quadricep. Pushing in here, start to twist your body looking over that left shoulder. You can imagine, if you like, a little nice imagery for you, is imagine that your core is a balloon. With every inhale, you're expanding, you're blowing up that balloon, making space. And every exhale, you're allowing it to decompress. You're releasing it, releasing stress, releasing anxiety, any tightness that you're holding. Even going so far as at the bottom of the exhale to pull that belly button in. Get a little extra core work there. Strong cores lead to strong backs. They kind of work together. So if you have a weak abdominal muscle area, you're going to hold that stress and strain your back, and vice versa. You have to have a whole core working together with strength. So one last deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, gently release both arms, coming all the way up. And exhale, down to that left foot, left ankle, uncrossing that left leg, very nice and easy. And then slowly extending that leg in front of you. Again, getting on those sit bones, holding here in Dandasana for a few breaths. Opening those shoulders. Pulling in the navel. If this is ever too hard for you where you're at right now, it's okay. If you need that little modification, just bring the fingertips or the hands down beside you. Okay? Last breath here. And then exhale. Start to draw the knees in. We're going to move into one of the best, I think, and it's a great movement. You can do it at any level, even for my ladies that might be pregnant. This is a great stretch for you to do. Even if you're up into your 7 months of pregnancy, this is a nice one to do, is cat-cow. So great way to do a spinal undulation, so kind of curving and flexing of our spine. You can do this seated in different ways. The best way is going to be with butterfly legs, so the bottom of the feet touching. But if you're not there yet, if you're feeling some tightness in your hips and you don't want to focus on the hips, you want to only correct that spine, I understand, it's fine. You can either grab one of those pillows, maybe for this pose, bringing it underneath your seat, or completely switching up the legs here and just going to Sukhasana, to a cross-legged seated position. So the reason I encourage you to try it in Baddha Konasana and butterfly is because it gives you a better grip with your hands to really pull your shoulders open and work your back. Okay? So coming at first to just a neutral spine, making sure that whatever seated position you have, you're going to be able to hold it so that the focus is drawn up into your core area. Okay? So bringing your hands to the front of the legs, standing in neutral spine for just a moment, and we're going to do 5 of these cat-cows. Of course, if this feels really good and you want to continue, you can do more. It's up to you. Just pause the video, come back when you're ready. So inhale, you start to roll those shoulders up, pull the chest forward, looking up at the sky. Exhale, doing the opposite with the shoulders, rolling the shoulders up and down, dropping down the chin, pulling the belly. Inhale, pull yourself through, shining out that beautiful heart. Exhale, curve the back, round the spine here, pull in the belly. Inhale for the third one, really making these very exaggerated movements. Trying to get a full flexion into the spine. Inhale. Stick up that chin to the air, and exhale. Pull the chin down to the chest, pull the belly button in. Last one, inhale to cow pose, and exhale to cat. Coming back to a neutral spine. And wherever you are with seated, it's fine. Just release the hands forward. Just walking your hands forward as much as you can. When you reach your maximum that you can hold, remember that little bit beyond your comfort zone, just a little bit, you're going to stay here and then relax the head. Okay, we're going to stay just allowing the back to fully relax here. Dropping the head, closing the eyes, and just taking a few breaths here. On your next inhale, begin to walk the hands slowly back towards your center. Very supported coming out of that pose. And our last part of this short video sequence is going to be halasana, the plow pose. This is a pose that I cannot say enough how wonderful it is for your lower back, specifically your lower back. It is a challenge, especially if you're just starting out a yoga practice. So have some pillows if you do not have that lower back flexibility. Have some pillows, some blankets, big towels near you to kind of help guide you a bit and to support you as you attempt this next pose with me. Okay, so to begin, you're going to bring those legs out again in front. The important thing here is your legs are going to actually go over your head if you're in your full flexibility range. So what you want to do is you actually want to bring your booty a little towards the top of the mat to give you that space behind you so you don't, kick walls and break things, hopefully. So you're going to bring yourself a little bit closer to the front of the mat. All right, you can either just slowly release yourself down, or if you need a little bit extra support, maybe draw one elbow down. But coming down on your back. I just realized I have a ponytail and I'm not going to be able to keep that for halasana for sure. So if you do have your hair in a ponytail or at the back of your head, go ahead and release your hair now. You're going to need to make sure that you keep the back of your head connected to the mat. Very important when you go through halasana is that you're not going to turn your head. As you think about it, you'll understand if you don't know what halasana is when we do it. When you are in halasana, if you try to turn your head to look at the TV, or the phone or something, you're going to injure your neck. You're going to bring undue strain into your neck. So when you do halasana, you're really going to be listening to my voice. You're going to make sure that you don't twist your neck at all here. So the back of your head needs to stay connected to the mat. I know I look right now, and I might look a little just when I'm talking to you, but don't do what I do what I say. Yeah, there you go. So bringing your feet very close to your booty, kind of grounding your tailbone down to the ground here, feeling that connection of your spine to the mat. I'm going to show you the halasana, how you do it, and then if you try it with me and you can't, I will bring in the props and everything. So don't worry if you're unable to do it, just wait a moment and then I'll show you with props. Okay, do a variation that way. So bringing the hands beside the body, palms facing down, start to draw the knees into the chest. You can kind of play with this a little by pushing into the hands a bit, lifting up the hips, kind of giving you an idea here with your body of how much of a play you have. This is a good check of your core as well, because you are going to be using your core when you go into this pose. All right. So hands are down, palms facing down to the mat. Keeping your knees bent. Inhale, lift yourself up and bring your feet behind you. If your toes do not touch the ground, you want to keep those arms beside you to support you so you don't twist left or right. If your toes do touch the mat behind you and you have that connection, you can release the hands from the ground, bringing them to your lower back, or even going into clasping your fingers and going into a small bind here. This is halasana. This is our beautiful plow pose. Great way to bring focus into the lumbar area. Now, if you're here, stay there, enjoy the plow pose. I'm going to come out of this for people who need that extra little bit of modifications. So if you did not able to kick up your feet, it's fine. Bring those pillows into your practice. It's good if you have long pillows like this, so you can bring one or two if you're thinking you need that extra help. All right, so if you are just now starting out and you're very tight in your lower back, just try one pillow for now. It just kind of gives you a little bit of a lift here. You can, if you have a long pillow like this, you can fold it. You want to bring it underneath the lumbar area, underneath your tailbone here. So again, back of your head is connected to the mat. Your arms are beside the body, palms facing down, and just drawing the legs up and towards your head as much as you can, using the support of the pillows here. Again, if you feel like you want to go a bit higher, you can release down, grab the other pillow, bring it also underneath your tailbone, giving yourself support as needed, okay? Wherever you are, try to hold that. If you've been in that deep halasana this whole time, you're feeling like you need to come out, it's okay. I just have to show modifications so we can include everyone in this beautiful practice. So to come out of a halasana, especially if you're in the full halasana with your toes touching, it's very important when you're coming out to protect your neck. So for those who are ready to come out, you're going to start to drop your hips down towards the ground. Your hands are on the mat beside you. You can let the back of your neck come up a little bit so you're not putting strain on your neck as you're slowly and in a very controlled manner bringing those hips back down to the earth. When your tailbone connects to the ground, go ahead and tuck your chin back, and then you can just gently bend the knees to release your legs or lower the legs slowly all the way to the mat. It's a nice idea after halasana to simply go to a short savasana. It's a nice little reward for all that work, and it kind of allows the body to relax down to the mat. So that is our short little spinal work sequence today. Staying in Shavasana here as long as you'd like, as long as time will allow you. And when you, of course, are ready to come out of that Shavasana, roll over to the right side, gently come out when you are ready. I thank you very much for joining me with your practice today. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would always be appreciated. And I look forward to seeing you again on the mat in the future. Namaste.